Good morning, everyone. How are we this morning? I hope everyone's doing well. I'm going to get started kind of slow. We've got some awesome attendance so far. If you're listening via a computer, do me a favor and let me know if you can hear me okay. Let me know that you can hear me all right and that there's no issues. I'm going to get started a little slow. We still got a lot of people joining the meeting, which I'm super excited about. We have an awesome topic we're going to cover today. It's a topic that everyone can take action with, which I think is really fine. And here we go. Can hear me great. This is fantastic. This is, you guys are using the chat feature. Perfect example. Please, any time throughout the presentation, have a question, have a comment, shoot it in the chat box. I love to be interactive. I'm going to be covering a lot today, but it's going to be exciting, and just want to reemphasize, a lot of these WebExes are very informational, right? There's lots of information given. We are covering products. This is a little bit different. This is an awesome product that we're going to cover, Marketing Boost, and it's something that you guys can use today. And I'll get into that a little bit more in just a second. But thank you to so many people that have said that they can hear me. So fantastic. We're getting off on the right foot. All right. So got some people coming in. So I'm just going to give them just a few more seconds, and then we will dive right in. Beautiful sunny day in Kansas City this afternoon. Been dealing with a ton of rain, so glad to see the sun shining. I hope everyone's had a fantastic morning so far. I think we've even gotten a question already. So let me open this up. Oh, just people telling me they can hear me. Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. Thank you so much. Thank you, Myron. Thank you, Irvin. Awesome, guys. Thank you so much. All righty. Let's get into it. Going to cover a little bit of blocking and tackling, a little bit of housekeeping up front. My name is Will Coatney. I'm a new account executive at Americo. It's a pleasure to be speaking with you this morning. I've already mentioned a couple of times that chat box, if you're listening on a desktop. By all means, if you have any questions, please let me know. I want this to be interactive. I want this to be a two-way conversation. Any questions you have, comments you have, please feel free to leave those in the chat box. I love answering questions. If you have questions after the presentation, Americo@insurancedrip.com is a great resource to ask Marketing Boost specific questions. So please feel free to use that email address if that's the best, most convenient form of communication for you. And then we have our incredible agent services team here at Americo, which you can reach at 800-231-0801. Fantastic guys over there. They're very up to speed with Marketing Boost and can help you in that area as well. And again, my name is Will. Again, it's a pleasure to be with you guys this morning. I can't wait to talk about this. I'm very passionate about this topic and can't wait to dive in. So with that, we are going to be talking about Marketing Boost today. And I'm going to be covering a little bit of the why, a lot of the how, and then we're going to dive into Q&A. I'm going to answer any questions you guys have. So Let's talk about digital marketing. You guys are in the insurance space. Leads are extremely important to you, and everybody knows that they need to be doing something on digital marketing. Digital marketing is this kind of vague term that unless you're just right in the middle of a digital marketing job, you know what it means, but you don't really know what it means. So let's talk about some numbers here. Did you know that the average time a person spends on social media each day is almost 2.5 hours? That's a long time. Did you know that over 214 million Facebook users, there are 214 million Facebook users in the U.S., that over 20% of those Facebook users are over 65, that's for your final expense people. These are huge numbers. These are massive numbers. Let's look at a little more information here. The average person, and I'm talking to you agents out there, you're walking around with contacts, on average about 700 contacts, if you consider email, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter. most of you guys forget about these contacts, which is a huge asset. And so what we're going to be doing today is talking about a product that's going to allow you to market and communicate and educate those contacts. A lot of you don't know how to reach them. And again, this is one of those, what I was mentioning earlier. It's a little bit of a black box. It's like everybody knows we should be messaging on Facebook and sending out emails, but how do you do it and what do you say and who's going to create the content? There's a lot of barriers to entry. And what we've done, which is so exciting, is come up with a way to allow you to do that in minutes, in mere minutes, which is a very, very powerful idea. One other stat here. Consumers are 92% more likely to trust their peers over advertising when it comes to purchasing decisions, okay? What does that mean? That means that you are much more likely to listen to your friend, your acquaintance, your family member than you are an ad on TV. And so what that means is that you should be marketing and telling people what you do and about the products that you sell via these channels, via Facebook, via LinkedIn, via email. Very, very important stuff. What I'm getting at here, guys, is that there's no reason you should not be taking advantage of this product. And I'm going to challenge you guys, okay? I'm going to challenge you guys. By the time I'm done with this WebEx, literally every single person on this call could send their first marketing boost. And that's going to become more and more clear as I go through this. But I believe it, and it's totally true. It's totally true. In mere minutes, you can log into americo.insurancedrip.com, create an account, and send your first boost. And that could mean, if you have a Gmail account, that could mean sending out a wonderful piece of content about the Final Expense product to every single person in your Gmail list. That's a powerful thing. So I'm not going to get too far ahead of the game here, but the reality is there's nobody on this call that should not do this today. And so I challenge you to take advantage of this information. Go to americo.insurancedrip.com. Follow along, but you could probably jump ahead and skip ahead. And feel free to do that. Absolutely feel free to do that because it's not hard. I'm just going to walk you through the steps so that you know. At the end of this meeting, we'll be sending out a recording so that you can go back. And then you've got all these different resources for you to help you along the way. Somebody asked if I could repeat the email address. That email is americo@insurancedrip.com. So, there's no doubt that everybody could use a fully automated digital marketing solution, which is what we're going to be talking about. And that's what this is. That's what Marketing Boost is. It's a fully automated digital marketing solution. Anybody on this call interested in free leads? I know you are. I know you are. And that's why I'm excited to tell you about this, because this is a way to generate free leads. We have partnered with a company to create this wonderful solution that allows you guys to log in and send beautiful, compliant pieces of content to all these awesome channels, to Facebook, to LinkedIn, and to your email addresses, okay? Very, very powerful stuff. So let's get into it. Your first step, right, whether you're on a desktop, whether you're on a tablet, or whether you are on your phone, is to go to americo.insurancedrip.com. That's where everything happens. What you're going to see when you first land on this website is a little pop-up that walks you through the steps, and there's only 4 of them. So this is not an in-depth process. This process is going to go very fast. So it's going to give you kind of a preview of what to expect. You're going to read through that, and at the bottom, there's a little button, and you're going to say, I got it. I understand. I totally understand. And this is going to give you access to that digital marketing for free, okay? Once you get through that short tutorial, this is what you're going to see, okay? You're going to see a bunch of content. Every single one of those boxes is compliant, beautiful, well-designed content that is at your disposal that you can send out today. And if you, oh, by the way, for that one person that's aggressive and ambitious and is jumping on right now, please let me know in the chat box if and when you send a boost while I'm giving this presentation. That will get me fired up. That will be fantastic. And oh, by the way, there's no reason you should not do that. Okay? What you're going to see is awesome content displayed here. Let's start with the login process, okay? So at the very top right, you're going to see the login button. And let's assume that most of you do not have an account. We're going to walk through the account creation process. When you click on that login button on the top right-hand corner, you're going to see this screen, very simple. You guys have seen it before if you've logged into anything, right? Email, password. But if you don't have an account, there's a little create account link there at the bottom. So you're going to click that, okay? You're going to click that create account to get started. And it's awesome why you create an account too, by the way. There's tons of juicy stuff packed into your account that's going to be fantastic. You'll be able to customize content, reports, all kinds of good stuff. But I'm getting ahead of myself. All right, here we go. Once you click create account, you're going to enter your Americo agent ID and the last 4 digits of your home phone number, or the phone number that you added to your Americo agent account, okay? Those are the details that you're going to add. If you'll notice in this screenshot, you got a wonderful little chat box, just like you do with this awesome WebEx that you're listening to. There's a chat box on americo.insurancedrip.com. That chat box is for you. Take advantage of it. If you have any questions, if you don't remember which phone number you used when you created your Americo account, ask that chat box. These guys at the Insurance Drip and Americo will be happy to help you out. So people to help you along the way, the whole entire process. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to upload a picture, which is pretty important, right? This picture is going to allow the software to customize the content so that people in your networks, on Facebook, on LinkedIn, in email, are going to know who this is coming from. They're going to, of course, see your email address, but adding a nice picture of yourself will let them know, oh my gosh, this is my friend, this is my cousin, this is my acquaintance that I met at Starbucks that's sending me information. It makes it more approachable, and it's customized content, which is a beautiful, beautiful feature. The most important thing is so people in your communities will recognize you. That's why you need to add a picture, okay? And then first name, last name, other basic information. So this is going to, once you click upload picture, it's going to open on your laptop, all your files. You're going to find the best picture of yourself. This awesome couple hiking Everest is what we're going to choose in this demonstration. Apparently, this guy only needs shorts to get to the top of Everest, which is pretty impressive. And then you're going to add your details, your first name, your last name, your email address, your phone number, and you're going to create a password. It'll turn green if the password's matched, so you know that you're doing it correctly. But again, this is stuff that you've done every single day. If you've created a Facebook account or an email account, Gmail account, you've done all this before. You guys know what to do. And once you finish, it's going to bring you back to that login screen and allow you to log in. Okay, so here we go. The first step in the process, step number 1, you're going to select the boost. You're going to look through this amazing library of content that we have created for you, which is huge because it's a huge burden off your shoulders. You don't have to worry about creating the content. You don't have to worry about creating the graphics. We've done all that for you, and oh, by the way, it's compliant, which is fantastic. Here you can sort the content by the type of content that you would like to push out. These tags over here on the right-hand side, you can see we have MedSup, we have final expense, we have the cashback option, which has been an incredibly successful piece of content. People love the idea of learning that there are insurance products out there where you get your premiums back, which is unlike any other insurance. It's definitely not like car insurance, definitely not like health insurance. But with Americo products, that we do have cashback options, so you can imagine why that content has done so well. So let's say you want to select the content. You know what? I know what my audience what's going to resonate with my audience. We're going to pick a piece of content, and we're going to send that out. Let's take this example right here. Once you've selected a piece of content, it's going to give you a preview of what that's going to look like. In this case, there's a wonderful video that we've put together that you can see. So the idea is that once you select it, you're going to get familiar and be able to see and scroll through all about the content that you're about to push out to your communities. So this is a nice little preview that you'll see based on the content that you selected, okay? At the bottom, when you're ready, you're going to hit Launch Marketing Boost. Pretty straightforward, okay? You click that green button when you want to go to the next step. The next step then is to decide which channels that you would like to send this to. Now, it's important to mention that even if you only have an email address, Even if you have one Gmail address that you've had for a long time, you've got lots of contacts in there, that is totally okay. You do not have to have email and social. You can absolutely just use this product for email marketing, which is incredibly valuable, And the opposite is true too. If you don't have a large email contact database or a large contact list in your email, and you just want to use it with Facebook and with LinkedIn, where you're very active, you can absolutely do that too, okay? So the next step number 2 is going to be choosing which channels you are going to be sending to. And these are your options, and I'm going to highlight some of these options. And after I do, I see some questions over here. I'm going to take a quick timeout and answer some questions real quick. But before I do, pay attention to some of these names here. Gmail, Yahoo, Outlook, AOL for those still using an Outlook account, iCloud account with contacts, and that final option, upload a CSV. For you guys out there that have a CRM tool where you've been building a database of contacts for a long time, and you're like, how am I going to get all these awesome contacts from Salesforce, for example, into this product? Well, we've built a solution just for you. You can upload a CSV of your contacts, which is an incredible feature. Not to get too in the weeds, but there's just a simple template that you want to make sure that your CSV matches before you upload that. Again, if you have any questions about that process, that little chat button in the bottom right-hand corner, take advantage of it. We'll walk you through it. The guys will even do it for you in some instances. So let me take just a quick second. I'm going to scroll through. My chat box has been going nuts. I want to make sure and get to some of your questions, okay? Are we creating an Americo account or a separate account for marketing? You are using your agent ID for Americo to create this account. I hope that makes sense. But this is a separate account from any Americo account that you have, okay? I already have an Americo agent account, so just wonder if I need a separate account for marketing. Well, so it's kind of its own separate standalone thing. What we're doing is using your writing number to tie to your account, and that's just part of the sign-up process. So it is a separate account. Just making sure this will be made available offline. Absolutely, absolutely. We'll be sending you a recording of this presentation and along with the slides too. So you'll have access to all this information. You can absolutely come back to it. Can we use Yahoo? 100% yes. And let's see. So you can use multiple email accounts if you have a Yahoo and a Gmail. That is something that you could take advantage of. I think you would have to send them separately, so you'd have to go through the process and import your Gmail contacts, send that boost, and then come back and then import your Yahoo accounts and send that separately. Okay, perfect. So that's questions for right now. Awesome questions. Keep them coming. So up until this point, we have selected the piece of content, and we've selected, now we're beginning to select our channels, email and social. So what you'll see next is a screen like this. So on this last screen, we're going to walk through the example as if we're using our Yahoo account. So let's say we say import Yahoo. This is the next screen, which you've also probably seen too if you have connected any apps to any of your social profiles. All this is saying, this is allowing the software to access your Yahoo accounts, Yahoo contacts, so that you can send that awesome content to your contacts. I'll get into this more too, but very, very important, Americo does not keep your accounts. The only reason we have you agree to this is so that the software can assist you in sending this content to your accounts. Americo does not save or spam or any of that stuff with your accounts. Very important piece. You'll hit agree, it'll take a couple seconds to import your contacts, and you're off and running. Let's say you made a mistake, you clicked Yahoo, you actually want to do Gmail. You'll get an option here to disconnect that account, so you can do that at any time if you make a mistake, so it's very user-friendly in that sense. You can also add contacts one at a time. So let's say there's somebody that you were just at a breakfast meeting, you got 10 business cards and they're not in your Yahoo yet. You can add those people individually with that button on the right-hand corner that says Add Contact, which again is a very complementary feature, a very convenient feature, okay? So this is a screen that you would see if you disconnected. It's saying that they were deleted, just a quick confirmation there. Next, after your email selection, you're going to jump down to your social media channels. Where do you want this post to go in social media? Do you have a Facebook? Do you have maybe it's a small LinkedIn presence. Maybe you have a very large LinkedIn presence. LinkedIn is an option. Twitter, obviously, as you see here, and Google+. So we're going to go through this example as if we're connecting Twitter. You're going to see another authorization screen to do exactly what I just mentioned, which is just giving the software the rights to help you send this content out. And then you're done. And then you're going to hit Send Marketing Boost, that green button down at the bottom. Important to note, see this screenshot here? This is a phone. This is very important to know. All of you guys, even you guys listening on the phone who's not watching what I'm doing, can do this from your phone, which is a very, very handy tool, very flexible. You're out in the field, you're in between meetings, sitting at a Starbucks, sitting at wherever. Pull americo.insurancedrip.com up on your phone, and you can walk through these exact same steps from your phone. And so the third step is to send. And now we're sending out this content to the channels that you've selected. What you're going to see next after you hit send is the terms and conditions. I would definitely advise you guys to read through this one time, just to re-emphasize the fact that we are not collecting your context. We're absolutely abiding by all spam laws, and the relationship with you and the software is the only one that exists. It's the software working with you and your email accounts and your social media accounts to get this content out to your people, and we respect your privacy 100%. We do not collect personal data nor your contacts, which is what I've highlighted here in this screenshot. You're going to accept and continue, and boom, your boost is sent. Now, when I told you that at the beginning of this presentation that those go-getters out there could have already sent their first boost, it's true. It's absolutely true. I walk through this very slow. You guys are smart. You guys understand this process. And also the software is built to make it very user-friendly. You guys can be sending out incredible pieces of content, and I cannot emphasize enough how important it is that you take advantage of this. There is no downside. Do it now. Do it today. Do it while you're listening to me walk through this. This is an example of the content out on your Twitter profile, should you have elected to send the content out to your Twitter account. So like you see here, you got a wonderful graphic there, awesome graphic that we've created for you to take that burden off. And this is where the features and the benefits of this concept, guys, gets really fun, because when people like stuff on Twitter or on LinkedIn or on Facebook, it's not just your friends or your network that sees that, right? If one of your friends likes pieces of content, that like is going to show up in their feed, right? So now you get the exponentiality, if that's a word. I think it's a word. But it gets exponential. The reach of this content can grow very fast, very, very quickly, and get very big very quickly. And what does that mean? That means that eyeballs are looking at your content that weren't before, that hadn't before, that are saying, hey, I did not know Mrs. Jones sold this really cool insurance policy with this cash back option. I'm interested. And oh, by the way, I'm going to share it to my network. And so your reach and awareness of this content and of what you do and of the products you sell just grows very, very quickly, which is very, very important. Got a couple questions in the chat, so I'm going to take just a second to answer those. Somebody asked, this is free agents, not a free trial. One great question. This is free all day, every day, 24/7, 365 days a year. This is Americo investing in our agents. That's what this is. That's what this is. And it's also a nod to how important digital marketing is, right? So we wanted to make this as easy as possible. We created the content. We created the technology to get you guys the ability to message to your networks that are just sitting out there waiting for you to tell them about things they don't know about, educational content. Maybe they don't even know that you sell insurance. Maybe they don't know specifics about different products that you sell, but they want to know. And so this is a great way for them to interact with that content and you as an agent. So yes, it is 100% free. Let's see, a couple other questions. If we send a boost to our Facebook contacts, do we need to have a business Facebook page, or can it be to our personal? Great question. Thank you so much, Cheryl. So this question is very important because this product does not work with business accounts. It only works with personal accounts. And I'm going to tell you a little story about Facebook in particular and why this is so important. Facebook is actually changing its algorithms to make it harder for Facebook business pages to show up in consumers' feed. Now, why is that? That's because Facebook knows that they have money and they want them to pay for it. You know whose content shows up way at a much higher rate with much more visibility? Personal profiles, just like yours, which is why we created this the way we did. Because, and another reason this is such a good idea and so valuable is because Facebook caters to you, the agent, the personal profile with lots of friends and family and acquaintances out there that want to hear from you and want to learn information. Great question, Cheryl. Somebody asked, does it send the video with it? Absolutely. Great question. We are not working with Instagram at the moment, but that is in the works. Great question. Thank you so much, Teresa. Can I aggregate all my contacts from different sources into this? So the short answer to that is yes, because if you get your contacts into a CSV, you can absolutely upload all those contacts via that CSV. So that's the route I would take there. One quick note, we are so over the top concerned with spam here and making sure that none of that happens, that no two agents can send to the same email address. So there's really no downside to adding that CSV because the software actually won't let you send to an email address that another agent already has. So by all means, I would aggregate your contacts into a CSV and then use that method when you're going through the process. Great question, Russell. Someone, let's see. Somebody asked, is this available through all IMOs and all FMOs? Technically, no. We're slow rolling this out. Part of the people that we want to use this is people that show up to the WebExes. And so no one's excluded at the moment, but not everyone has been given this information the way that you guys have. So I highly recommend taking advantage of that. But everybody on this call has access to this and can use it today. Americo.insurancestrip.com. When clients respond, how do you know? Wonderful question, Wayman. I am going to answer that in just a little bit. If the registration failed, I would absolutely reach out to our agent services department or the chat box in the sign-up process. All right. I'm going to get back into the presentation now, guys. So this is, again, just to highlight how good the content looks on the different channels. And that's one important thing that I haven't mentioned yet is that, you know, we're talking about lots of different channels here. We're talking about email, we're talking about Facebook, we're talking about Twitter, we're talking about LinkedIn. Well, guess what? Every single one of those channels has, you know, content looks differently on each of those channels, which means that content needs to be designed to accommodate each one of those channels. And again, that is another thing that we have done for you. We make sure that all of the content is formatted correctly per the channel that it's going out on, which is why this looks so good on Twitter right here. All righty. So now you've sent your first post and you've got your account, you're back into your account. Inside of your Marketing Boost account, your Insurance Strip account, you have a tab called My Boost. And what My Boost is going to show you at a glance is how well your marketing boosts are doing. You get to see the data. You get to see the analytics. You get to see the number of sends, the opens, and the clicks. And by the way, guys, the numbers that you see right here in this screenshot are real, and they are massive. If you look at the open rates of this boost right here and the click-through rate of these boosts right here, and if you know anything about digital marketing, you know that these are off the charts. Businesses sending in the same exact way are going to see fractions of the numbers that you are going to see because these are your personal acquaintances. These are your personal contacts that know you and have a relationship with you. Therefore, they're going to open your emails at a much higher rate than a business would. I hope that makes sense. And the same logic applies to the clicks. And I'm going to get into that click and what happens when people click on that information in just a second. So here we go. Somebody asked what happens and how do we know if people want more information? Well, guess what? Attached to every single piece of content that you send out, every email, every Facebook post, every LinkedIn post, is a link for people that want more information. And when they click that more information, that get quote button, they're going to see something like this. And they're going to be able to say, here's my first name, here's my information, here's my contact information, my age, and the type of coverage that I'm looking for. I want 50,000 in coverage for about 20 years, and I'm a tobacco user. Help me out. And when someone fills out this lead card and hits get quote, this is the mailbox money, guys. This is mailbox money. This is the free leads that I'm talking about. People hit get quote, and you, the agent, will then get an email that says, so-and-so, let's see, who's the person? Justin Client. Mr. Client is interested in more information, and it goes right to your inbox, which I'll explain more in just a second. After they hit get quote, we're going to say that not all states qualify for cashback option, which is the content that we're using in this example, the cashback feature. Your agent is verifying your state's laws and will contact you very soon. You are the agent. This is a wonderful little confirmation that lets them know that you're going to be working diligently to get the information that they need and get back to them about moving forward. This is an example of the lead card that's going to, or the lead notification that you're going to get in your inbox. It says, guess what? You got a brand new lead, and how much did you pay for it? $0. $0 in 4 clicks, really in 3 clicks. You sent out content that somebody saw, and now they're filling out this get quote information, this lead card, and now you're getting emails in your inbox of warm leads of people who want to work with you. That's a beautiful, beautiful thing. Beautiful, beautiful thing. Marketing Boost recording. Each agent that participates in a Marketing Boost will receive a report as well within 7 days that they have sent those boosts. So not only are you going to get notifications when people want to talk to you, you're going to get automated emails that tell you how your content is doing, how your activity, how your Marketing Boost is doing, which is incredible feedback and can allow you to tweak when or where or what you're sending out. If Facebook is where the money's at, then that's where to go. And now you know that your email contacts are not as hot. You're getting a lower click-through rate. You're getting lower open rates. But, man, on Facebook and LinkedIn, you are getting tons of impressions. You're getting tons of clicks. And guess what, guys? Little pro tip here. If that's the case, what I would highly, highly, highly recommend is take that data and use it. And don't wait for us to create content for you to push out on Marketing Boost. Create your own content. Come up with a video letting people know what you do. Come up with a video or a post that explains what this cashback, what this CBO thing, what this cashback option thing is, and let people know. You don't have to wait to push the content through the Marketing Boost, but the Marketing Boost is very, very convenient and free, by the way. Alrighty. Let's keep going, guys. And the last step, which I said, this is why I said it's only really 3 clicks, because the last step is the reporting. You're going to get that reporting in your profile and in your email and let you know exactly how your content is doing. So this is an example of an email that you're going to get that's going to let you know how one of your Marketing Boosts did. I kind of talked about all that already, but just a great example of what you guys are going to see in your inbox, automated, no work done by you whatsoever. You clicked the button 3 times, awesome content went out, and now we're going to tell you how it's doing. So pay attention to that, look into that. These are the general stats that you're going to get. Now, of course, these are low numbers because this is just a demo account, but this is what you can expect to see inside of your Americo.InsuranceDrip.com account. How many emails have I sent? How many emails have people opened? How many quick quote, or how many people have clicked that and filled out that lead form, that get quote form? Awesome, awesome information. And the accounts that you've got linked. Beautiful dashboard here. Okay, covering lots of information. I'm going to leave this slide up and make sure that I don't have any more questions, so give me just a second, guys. So somebody asked about deleting a few accounts. So what's awesome is once you connect, let's say your Gmail account to this product, it's going to list all of the contacts that were added, and you can delete any of those contacts before you hit the send button. Thank you so much for that question, Cheryl. So Terrence is asking, he's created an account. Thank you so much for creating an account. Terrence, I love it. I love it. He said, how can I connect my email to an existing account? So that's the second step in the process. So once you select the content, Terrence, the next step in the process is going to be selecting the email account that you want to connect and send out to. So you're going to select it. You're going to hit accept so that the software can talk to your Gmail account or your Yahoo account, and then your contacts are going to be loaded. Thank you so much for that question. Alrighty. Somebody said, absolutely love this. I'm a fairly new licensed agent in the state of Texas and have been frustrated about purchasing leads and having no luck. Well, this is for you, Natasha, and everybody else on the call. Again, take this time while I'm taking a quick break to start the process. Go to Americo.insurancedrip.com, create a quick account, and you guys can be sending out emails and Facebook posts and LinkedIn posts today. You can get a brand new lead literally today in less than 5 minutes. It's that effective. Let's see. Sent out. Oh, here we go. Daryl Elkins sent out a post. Thank you so much, Joe. That's fantastic. That is absolutely fantastic. Great example. Love the enthusiasm. Fantastic. I hope you get tons of impressions, tons of clicks, and lots of leads from that, Joe. That is fantastic. And don't do it just once. Make this a weekly thing. Make this a bi-daily thing. What I'm trying to say is do it twice a week. So do it twice a week. There's enough content in there. Get that awesome content out to your people. Okay. People saying thank you. Thank you for attending, guys. It means the world to me. Thank you so much. Can I incorporate this into my website? I don't think so. I love the way you're thinking, Dana. I really do, but I don't think so. This is really just a way to streamline the process of you, Dana, sending out awesome content to your email accounts and to your social media accounts. But I love the way you're thinking. Recommendations for email list providers. That is something that you got to be careful with that, because these are really meant for your personal contacts, and I would stick with your personal contacts. But that's definitely something I would talk to your IMO about if you're looking to do email marketing or via lists, things of that nature. Talk to your IMO about that. Okay, here we go. Here's a juicy question. Ready for this? Cheryl asks, is there any general recommendation as to how much is too much as far as frequency so people don't ignore our drips? Great question. I could do a whole WebEx on this conversation. I'll keep this pretty simple. I would recommend about 1 or 2 boosts per week on a regular basis. You are not going to overwhelm your audience. And I am from the digital marketing space, guys. Before I worked at Americo, this is what I worked in. The reality is that there is so much content being pushed out to everybody on LinkedIn, on Facebook, on all these social media platforms. The amount of content that you would have to push out to actually start to saturate your audience too much, you can't even fathom it. You can't even fathom it. I know businesses that send out over 20 pieces of content per day, and these are not to astronomical numbers. These are to very, very normal audiences, okay? What I'm getting at and what the takeaway is I wouldn't do a post every single day because you're going to run out of content in the library pretty quickly. What I would do is on a very, very regular basis, I would be sending out about 2 posts per week. Okay, and that's going to last you at least a few months, And by the time a few months comes around, you're back to the beginning. We will have created more content by then, and you're back to kind of the beginning and sending out that first final expense piece of content that you sent out, that was your first send. I hope that makes sense. You're kind of doing it twice a week. I would say, Tuesdays, let's say Monday and Thursday. Monday and Thursdays would be great days to do this every single Monday and Thursday, and just do a different piece of content every week, right? Or every day, rather. So let's say a final expense on Monday, and then you send out an awesome piece on the cashback option on Thursday, and then something else other than those 2 on that next Monday, and just continue that process as you work through the content library. That's what I would recommend. I hope that makes sense, Cheryl. Okay, somebody asked, I have a GoDaddy email. I've had a GoDaddy email for years, and I have all my contacts in there. Can I import these into this plan? Absolutely, Russell, 100%. What you're going to need to do is export your contacts and then get those contacts into a CSV, take that CSV, and then upload that CSV using InsuranceStrip, okay? I hope that makes sense. So you're just going to pull those contacts out of GoDaddy, which is exactly one of the reasons why we built that CSV option, because people have different accounts. Just go ahead and export those contacts out of GoDaddy and load those in using the CSV option. Great question, Russell. Urban asked if you're going to be getting these slides. Absolutely, 100%. You're welcome, Cheryl. All right, let's get back to it, guys. Okay, so the screenshot we're looking at right now is a screenshot of your more reporting, right? So in this example, you're seeing that, let's see, that Gmail is getting fantastic opens and some great clicks. So it's this box on the left is showing engagement via email and breaking it down by which email accounts you used, and the same thing for social media. So on the right, you're going to see that Facebook, again, just like I made up in my story, is really performing really, really well. And again, what I would take away from that is, to not wait on our content library. Continue to add content yourself if you're getting great results from Facebook. But know that you've got a wonderful, wonderful base of content that's beautiful, that's well written, that's formatted for all the different channels, and it's compliant. This is compliant content, guys, which is a very important thing to remember. This is just right below what you saw before, so you're going to see a breakdown of where you're getting the clicks and where the leads are generated. Again, guys, valuable, valuable insight. This is very important information, and it should guide you into how to use Marketing Boost, and again, also to where you might be putting out your own content and on which channels and which channels are creating leads. Let's go to the next slide. So let's talk about a couple current stats, guys. To date, 2,200 agents have done at least one boost. Of those 2,200 agents, there are over 500,000 unique contacts amongst them, and over 1 million emails have been sent to potential customers. And what I want you guys to do is be a part of this stat. Be a part of this stat. Be the agent, another one of the agents that is taking advantage of this free tool to send out awesome content to your networks. There's just really, there's no downside. There's just no downside. Oh, Sophia Campbell, you are awesome. Did my first post on Facebook. Thanks so much. Hey, thank you. Thank you for listening to me. Thank you for taking my word for it. You will not be disappointed. That's fantastic. Awesome job, Sophia. All right, guys, we're going to keep moving. We're nearing the end. I'm going to recap real quick, and then I'm going to go back through and make sure I didn't miss any questions and get you guys back out there selling. So I'll say it one more time, just because I've got a slide. Don't wait. Get started today, guys. Americo.insurancedrip.com is where you need to go. In 3 clicks, you're going to be potentially accessing free leads, and that's important to every single person on this call. Leads are what makes your business go. It's what makes you successful. We want to see you successful, which is why we've invested in this tool and why it's free to you. So please, 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 there's just no reason not to. There's no downside. Do it today. See what happens. See what happens. Worst case scenario, you let a bunch of people know that you sell insurance. One thing that I forgot to mention when I was going through the reporting, guys, which is really important too, realize that a lot of people who see this content are going to know you. So if I know you and I see this awesome piece of content about the CBO cashback option, you mean I can get my premiums back? Yes. Okay, I want to learn more. What am I going to do if I want to learn more? I'm probably going to pick up the phone, or if you send me an email, I'm just going to reply. So what I'm saying is, those stats are not going to show up in the analytics because I just hit reply and now I've got conversations. So realize that just because you're not seeing incredible stats in your dashboard doesn't mean you're not getting activity. And you're going to feel that. But I just want to point that out, that a lot of these people are going to know you, and when they see this content, this awesome educational content, they just might pick up the phone, or they might message you on Facebook, or they may hit reply in Gmail and just start a dialogue that way. So one thing to note there. All right, guys, I'm going to give you some contact information again. Send email questions to americo@insurancestrip.com, okay, just like the URL, but with an @ there. So easy to remember, americo@insurancestrip.com. If you have any questions, you got that chat box as well that you can use while you're going through the process, which is fantastic. You can chat with someone right then and there. I think their business hours are from 8 p.m. to 5 p.m. Pacific Coast time. So if you don't catch them, it'll actually send them an offline message, and they're very, they respond extremely well very quickly, even if you catch them after hours. You can also call Americo, Agent Services, 800-231-0801. Anybody, our veteran agents out there know that number well. Those guys know Marketing Boost extremely well and can help you out as well. And then you've got Agent Services email account too, agent.services@americo.com. That's agent.services@americo.com for any of your guys' questions. You also can, in your agent portal, click on the Contact Us link and send questions. That way, we want to be accessible to you guys, right? We want to make sure you guys can get your questions answered anyway, anytime, about anything, so please take advantage of those. You guys know how to get there. For those of you who don't, at americo.com, you've got click on Agent Login. You got a resource center in that header of your agent portal, and there's online trainings and recordings in there. And a recording of this meeting is going to be sent out as well. So you got plenty of information. Again, no reason not to do it. I highly, highly recommend you guys go into americo.insurancestrip.com, and 3 clicks in about less than 5 minutes, you're going to have content out there, and hopefully, best case scenario, you get some free leads. Okay, let's see. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. You guys have been awesome. Tons of great questions. People sending out their first posts. This is fantastic. Teresa's working on her first post. Shout out to Teresa. Fantastic job. I love to see it. Okay, I'm going to circle back through here, guys, and see if there are any questions. So somebody asked about spam folders. Great question, guys. Love it. Joseph, thank you so much. The chances of these emails going into spam folders is extremely, extremely low. Why? Because the people that you're sending them to are in your contact list. And guess what? Gmail and Yahoo and AOL, they're smart enough to know that, guys. Their software's incredibly intelligent, so very, very low risk to spam folders, and I would say as close to 0 as you can get. But these emails are not going to be going into spam folders because you're sending to your own contacts. So great question, Joseph. Thank you so much. Cheryl asked, will we be able to see which boosts were sent on what date so we don't duplicate the same boosts in various media if our clients are on the same Facebook and email? Yes, so you'll be able to see dates in your dashboard, I believe. Check me on that. If not, we can absolutely kind of talk about adding that feature so that you can see. But I believe, yes, you'll be able to see in the reporting when emails were sent so that you can definitely keep tabs on that. Great question. Can you change the Facebook account? I have 2 accounts. As long as they're both personal accounts, again, somebody asked about 2 different email accounts. Same thing applies here. So I would go through the process once, send out a post through Facebook account number 1, and then go back through and add the Facebook account number 2 and send out a post via that way. So you can't do it at the same time, but I believe you can do it 2 separate boosts. Natasha said this is a lifesaver for my business. That's what we were hoping. If I didn't get that message across, thank you for saying that. Yes, that was the idea. How can we build lifesavers for our agents' businesses? Natasha, thank you for the kind words. I really appreciate it. I'm going to check one more place. Somebody said, seems too good to be true. Hey, my father taught me that a long time ago. If it seems too good to be true, it probably is. This is the exception. This is the exception. There's no catch, guys. There is zero catch. You're not going to be charged for anything. This is 100% free. This is Americo investing in our agents, just like the You First bonus program. We'd love to send you on trips, but we'd rather give you cash, right? We would love to see our logo on blimps above football games, but we'd rather give the money to you. This is just another example of that. Okay. Let me check questions real quick. Okay, we've got a few questions. I'm going to hit some of these guys, and then I will respond to some of these offline. Let's see. I'm not seeing any big questions on here, guys, so I think I'm getting to most of them. All righty. Well, thank you guys so much. This has been an awesome WebEx. Thank you so much for the participation. I love it. It really makes a huge difference when we get interaction, we get you guys asking questions, we get you guys engaged. I hope this was valuable. I hope that Americo.InsuranceDrip.com gets you guys free leads. We really do. We really do. So hopefully you got plenty of content information. If I didn't cover anything, please reach out. Again, my name is Will. I'd love feedback on the presentation, on the survey at the end. And happy selling, guys. Have a great rest of the day. Happy Friday Eve, and good luck. Thank you guys so much. Have a great day.